Okay.
New stew.
New stew. We're traveling stews these days. If you have one you want us to test out, leave it in the comments below.
That'd actually be kind of sick. Somebody just says like, "Hey, why don't you guys record at my house this weekend?"
I'd love that, but they'd have to do the whole setup for us.
Yeah, and all the prep work, because the prep work sucks.
The prep work does suck. We'll send you guys the Excel sheet and everything.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking to my Zio on the weekend, and he was telling me he's like in like this big like pool that he like used to do when he was our age, and he's like, "Yeah, I used to be finished like in the top 10 every year. It's like a 250 people
League or whatever.
league, yeah."
Yeah.
And they would pick every week, and whoever has the most like picks correct wins points and whatever. And then he's like, and then I met your Zia. I didn't finish in the top 100 ever again.
That's a lot of weight to put on his wife. How does she respond to that?
She wasn't there, but I could see why. Anyways, just thought that was funny.
It is. But speaking of things that aren't funny, these Thursday night football games.
Wait, was the Thursday night football game last week the Broncos?
Yeah. Broncos Colts.
I enjoyed that game a lot.
Did you bet the under?
I bet no touchdowns, and I bet
That is
the
a
under.
crazy. Was that in game?
Halftime. It made it exhilarating. I'm not gonna lie. Came down to the last play. Really, like it made the game so much more interesting.
I think it's funny how people who had that bet versus people who were just watching football had completely different experiences. Because I understand why you'd be at the edge of your seat, drooling, holy.
Because it came down to the wire. It was 4th and 1, and he threw it into the end zone, and I jumped up, and then I just like was like, "Is that it?" And then the game ended, and I was like, "Wow." That is funny. I hit a no touchdown bet.
That is I've never seen. I mean, I guess that you're the only guy I know to ever hit that bet. But wow, what balls it took? Did you put a lot down?
Not at all.
Not at all.
It was a pretty pussy bet, but I was still just
But
happy.
you hit it. Yeah.
It paid 11 to 1, which was
That'll make it more entertaining.
yeah.
But these games do suck. This week, I can't say it looks like it's gonna be much different.
I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching this game tomorrow.
Are you gonna put another no touchdown bet, bro?
I'm not gonna put no touchdown, but there's got to be some way to make it interesting.
Well, this is if you're watching this, it's probably Friday. So this is already happened. But we're gonna give our pick here. I'm going. I think we agreed on this. Under 38 points.
Under 38, and the Commanders to come out on victorious.
Oh, like a little teaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little stat for you: Washington 9-0 against the spread in their last 9 games when playing on the road against Chicago. Stat has nothing to do with anything,
And it is awfully specific.
but I love it. But they're 9-0
On the road against Chicago.
Yes, sir. It would only make it better if it said in primetime games.
In primetime games would make it a lot better.
Yeah, so another tight game, low scoring. Maybe Justin Fields threw a touchdown to Darnell Mooney. Who knows?
Probably not. Probably not.
Couple other interesting games on the slate. One we talk about here, Bengals at Saints. Bengals minus 1.5, over under 43. What do you think?
This is an interesting game. I think so. Saints are riding with Taysom, right?
No, Andy Dalton.
Oh, Andy Dalton.
I think Jameis is still hurt.
Okay. I don't know why I thought Dalton was hurt too. Joey Burr and the Bengals didn't really look like himself last week.
Against
I would say
against the Ravens?
against the Dirty Birds, yeah, or I guess not the Dirty Birds, but the Dirtier Birds.
I don't know. I thought it was okay. Low scoring game again. But
Yeah.
we predicted that one, right?
That's-
Obviously.
Well, we almost always do. That was a divisional game. This is something different. I still don't think. I think it's a lot to do with. I think those O-line improvements they talked about all off season on the Bengals.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actually that much of improvements.
I've heard they just haven't become a team on the O-line yet.
Yeah, I think that just means you have a bad O-line. When
Yeah,
people
I
say
think
that,
so,
I
too.
think it
I
means
think
you have
they
a bad
Throw in
O-line.
some sorry ass excuses.
Yeah.
I gave first thought when we looked at this line,
Mhm.
-1.5 seemed like the easiest pick for the Bengals,
Exactly.
which why I'm picking the Saints.
The reason I wanted to stay away from both of those
Yeah.
is because I agree that it's a rat line. But whenever there's a rat line, you don't know if the rat line wants you to notice it's a rat line and pick the opposite,
Yeah.
or if it wants you to pick the opposite and then not think and then get sketched out about picking the opposite to pick the original.
Yep.
And that's what a rat line does. You don't really know where the cheese is.
There was one game in specific I remember sniffing out. It was like a pick'em between the Cardinals and the Panthers. And I was like, this makes no sense. It's an obviously rat line for the Panthers.
Mhm.
That's exactly what they want me to think. That's why I'm going with the Cardinals.
And that paid, didn't it?
It did.
It did. Which is why, again, they want you to hit Bengals -1.5. I guarantee the public's money is going to be heavily in favor of that by game day. But do they want you to notice that it's a rat line and then pick the Saints +1.5 like you're doing? Or do they want you to be like me, who's saying that they want you to pick Bengals -1.5, but then think about it and then pick Saints +1.5, but then realize that that's also a trap and then go back to Bengals 1.5?
Right.
So because of this, I'm going under 43. I'm going under 43 points. I'm trying to stay away from this rat line.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. The total has gone under 10-10 of Cincinnati's last 10 games.
That's a wild stat.
Also said a lot of 10s in that sentence. The total has gone under an 8 of New Orleans' last 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the under is a strong pick here. And just to reiterate, it is at 43. Okay, moving on. Panthers +10 at Rams, over under 41.
Another low under, hey?
Very low. Very low.
Not much faith in the Rams offense. Sorry to interrupt. But
Yeah.
people are kind of disrespecting them.
But
they deserve the disrespect.
okay. I thought you were going to say something. I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. No, yeah. Panthers just fired Matt Rule. Good move. It's been a long time coming. I think everybody's wanted it. Baker's out for the foreseeable future with an ankle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I also like it when people say not what the full injury is. They just say the body part. He's out with a shoulder.
It's just
He's
yeah,
out
it's
with
a
an
shoulder.
ankle.
Doesn't yeah.
Anyways, PJ Tucker's getting the start. That's why I love the Panthers +10.
PJ Tucker, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's the last chance, you boy.
I think he's
I'm almost certain.
I think
he
he's
is.
like one of like the knockoff NFL league quarterbacks.
What do you mean knockoff?
Like he
NFL
played
league?
in like the XFL or something.
I think he might have played in the Arena League or something.
To do a
I'm gonna quickly get our
Fact check.
analytics team to get on this.
yeah.
What's the name?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker Arena Football League.
Wait, is PJ Tucker the NFL
He's
player?
a basketball player.
Yeah. Wait, what's this guy's name?
It's
It's PJ.
it's not PJ Tucker.
Oh, dude, I hate when I do this.
PJ
Oh, hold on, this isn't.
Penny.
No.
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
Let me see. Yep, so it has been confirmed. It has now been confirmed by our analytics team. PJ Walker is indeed the last chance you quarterback.
He was.
Yep.
Oh.
In I think the second season. I don't know. I didn't watch that show too much. And then he did play in the XFL or Arena Football League. I can't remember what I just read. What the analytics team just read. But
Stats department.
that tells you something.
What does
that-
it tell you?
Okay. Last chance you.
Yeah.
That was his last chance.
Yep.
He's in the NFL now.
So it wasn't.
So he
his,
overcame his last chance.
Yeah.
Rams. -10.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Big number.
Panthers +10. Big
Yeah.
number as well.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with this,
Me
but I think
neither.
the
I think
Panthers
you're just
cover
saying
10 points.
words.
I'm just saying words that sound nice, but I think the Panthers cover the +10. The under's pretty strong, it looks like, in the past few games as well.
Yeah, the under has gone 6 of LA Rams' last 7. And I also know a stat, the Panthers haven't won a game if the other team has reached over 17 points in the last, 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
But they can cover 10 points.
They can cover 10 points, no problem. Plus, it's
Right.
PJ Tucker, new head coach, no problem. You know, like, new head coach comes in, you can't show up late to work anymore. You got to start trying a little harder.
New boss, right?
Yeah.
New manager's in town. You
Yeah.
gotta
You're like, oh, fuck.
you gotta
like,
get off on the right foot before
maybe
you
I'll
can
show
really
up
get the wiggle
15
room.
minutes early this time.
I wouldn't go that far. 5 for sure.
I'm definitely an on-time kind of guy.
Okay. I'm like a right on time.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I ride that line so hard. Like, if you say 7 o'clock, 6:57, I'm there.
Oh, I'm walking through the door at 6:59. Okay. I think this is the big one this week. The night game is too. But Bills Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bills 2.5 point favorites. Over unders 54. That's a big over under.
Okay, I think it's crazy that the Chiefs are plus 2.5 at home.
Mm-hmm.
I've been suckered into this stupid game before, where it's like, oh, Bills revenge game, they have to win, and they just don't. The Bills don't have what it takes. Everybody's on the Bills, riding them so hard. Oh, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, oh, defense. Well, you know what? I'm not buying it.
You're
The
not buying
the Chiefs can score on command. Like, they're down against the Raiders. Raiders have a pretty good defense, and they're just like, you know what? We're down 17. Let's start trying. And Travis Kelce 4 touchdowns, and he was wide open for most of them.
He has a habit of doing that.
So I just don't see why the Bills can stop it.
Okay. Well, to kind of go off on what you're saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's been really high on the Bills. And they've kind of just been trying to sell you that all year long. Even like the opener, the Bills being
Rams.
favorites against the Rams. I remember everyone was like, that's kind of a rat line.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know. And at this point, I'm kind of buying what they're selling.
You're buying
I'm
it?
buying a buttload of what they're selling.
Really?
I am, dude, because I think the Chiefs are kind of, even though they lost Tyreek, they've gotten better this year because they've ran the ball this year.
Yep.
Which they haven't done previously.
And
right?
the ball's being spread around to all the receivers.
It is. Well, they have to now, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously Travis is still a big guy. But I think the Bills' defense is better than the Chiefs' defense by quite a bit.
I gotta see the Bills' injury report. I know they've just been suffering.
Their D's actually got hit hard. But I still believe in the Bills' defense. But this could go either way. 2.5 points is not enough to really know what's gonna.
No, it's
that's
not.
not
It's
a safe.
It's a
not,
pick 'em. It's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em. This game, I don't even think this game's gonna be decided by a field goal.
What do you?
I think this game's gonna be a tough because neither of these teams are settling for field. Not that they're not.
Yeah, you
I'm not
can't-
saying they're gonna go for it on fourth, but I don't think either of them are gonna get stopped, which is why that over is looking really nice. even though
Okay,
it's high.
Jordan Poyer is
Both
questionable.
safeties are hurt, I think.
Micah Hyde is IR.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah McKenzie, Jamison Crowder are both out. Tremaine Edmonds is questionable. Dawson Knox is questionable.
The thing is, though, those offense, like, even like if this was the other way around, the Chiefs, are you worried if their receivers are hurt? Like, it's still Mahomes.
Well,
You know
it's
what I
just
mean?
like they're
Doesn't
not
make
like
it
they're not
happen.
like big like Matt like
Yeah.
it's Gabe Davis and
Well, they're
Stephon
both
Diggs that are
yeah,
the big
but
receivers, but
that's what I'm not even saying Gabe Davis. I feel like just Steph. Like each team has like that one crazy target, which is Steph Diggs on the Bills and then Travis on the.
I think both safeties and Tremaine Edmonds out is gonna hurt him a lot.
They've been rocking it.
Yeah, but they lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think there's a lot going on in that game.
Okay, so you're rocking with Buffalo. I'm rocking with the Chiefs.
I think I'm rocking with the over. I think I'm
I'm gonna
leaning
put
to
the over.
Buffalo. But there's no reason the Chiefs don't win this either.
I like
So,
the Chiefs, but I also like the over.
Yeah, I'm liking the over. Never betting under in a Chiefs game under any circumstances.
All right, waiting all day for Sunday night. Cowboys Eagles. Cowboys +6 over under 42.
Low over under again. Even though I think this could be a low scoring game.
I think I got a stat. Do I?
No.
No under stats.
Cowboys defense has been carrying them pretty harshly, I'd say.
Michael Parsons is the best defensive player in the league currently.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think so.
He's like the biggest game changer
Yeah.
because again, the Cowboys aren't putting up a lot of points, and when they are, it's like defensive takeaways and like scooping scores. And
Cooper Rush has been a perfect manager.
he knows. You know what he is. You know what the thing about him is?
What?
He knows not to overstep.
He's not trying to win the starting job.
Mm-mm-mm.
He's just like, I know my job. I'm gonna do it.
He's
That's
perfectly fine. Like he's not taking any risks. Like I'm serious. He's totally just like I'm here to just stand in and just get
Just
take
get some
everything
wins.
easy. Yeah,
Just get
yeah.
some wins.
Just let my D carry me. If points are there, we'll take them. But he's not making any plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I like it. I like it a lot.
And yeah, that's what they need right now. But I could see the Eagles still winning this. But that +6,
I
kinda
like the +6.
I like
feel,
them to cover it.
and also like a divisional game. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty tight.
I could see this being like a lot of field goals going either way.
Yeah, I think so as well. Dallas 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games on the road. Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dallas 7-2 against 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games against Philadelphia.
That's good. I will say that stat is like this is a different Philly than we've seen.
It is a
in the last
well.
years.
Philly did make like the playoffs last year. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
know
this,
they're different.
This year, Philly's a top 2 team in the league right now.
Yeah, that's true.
realistically.
That's true.
But it is a divisional game, so that's where we're going.
All right, you want to get into some fantasy football?
I love me some fantasy football.
'Kay.
Start 'em, sit 'ems.
Who do you like?
Right
Anybody stick out in mind?
now,
You like Trevor Lawrence.
I do like Trevor Lawrence.
Now he's on the sit-em list here.
I do. I don't know if
Against
I
the
like him
Colts.
this week. I'll say.
You like him in the long term.
I just like him in general. And I'll tell you, if you're picking between starting Trevor Lawrence against the Colts or Marcus Mariota against the Niners, Trevor Lawrence against the Colts, I think is a pretty head and shoulders.
I think that's a better pick for sure.
Just because Marcus Mariota looks like shit against good team or against average teams.
Yeah.
So imagine against the Niners defense, which is full of dogs. Fred Warner, dog.
Dude, Kyler Murray. I actually.
Boza,
What's the over
dog.
under in the Seattle game? I think that's going to be a pretty.
Seattle, Arizona.
Yeah.
You're looking right
50
there.
and a half.
50 and a half.
I might take that over too.
Could be.
Maybe I'll make
Could also not be.
an over parlay.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like that sometimes. Or I do the first touchdown parlay with all the running backs.
Yeah.
Never hits. Or no. Or like in the same game, both running backs.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Doesn't hit for me. Anyways, stardom, running backs, Ramondre Stevenson versus Cleveland.
Yeah. Just got the
Um,
starting role now.
Got the starting role, ground and pound offense. Patriots, that was wild what they did to the Lions, and I love the Lions.
Shut him up.
They shut them out, but they put up 30 points with who's their quarterback? What's that guy's name?
Bailey Zappi.
Zappy. Oh man,
We had the over in that game. We just needed the Lions just to. I
couldn't score.
thought that the Patriots would be the problem getting the over.
no, you'd think right, but I think Amon-Ra was banged up, DeAndre was out, and they were just giving it to him.
They just got bent
They
over.
were just getting slapped around. We saw
Classic
Jared
Lions,
Goff's kind
eh?
of true colors there a little bit. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins start versus Miami.
Yeah.
This game kind of sketches me out.
It is a sketchy game.
I feel like it's kind of a trap game for the Vikings. Every game is a trap game.
I think Miami's a good team.
They are a good team,
But
but they're +3.5 at home. Teddy Bridgewater starting. He's a competent quarterback.
he is competent. I think it is a trap game. It
Kirk
is. I think it
Cousins
is a bit
doesn't
of a
like
trap
being in
game.
hostile environments.
He doesn't, but I don't know why. I really believe in him this game.
Yeah.
And I think the Vikings win too. I think Teddy's had opportunities for. This isn't the first time you guys have played Teddy.
No, I think we might have
Remember
played
he
him when he was
on
on the Saints.
before. Yeah, so it's not like this is his. You can't play this as like his revenge game.
Yeah.
You know that narrative's already over, so he can't use that.
Double revenge game.
There's no such thing as a double revenge game. You can't invent that. Mav.
All right. Okay.
Tyler Lockett. We didn't really talk about for receiver.
Yeah,
The
I don't
last
know,
start.
dude. Geno Smith is just fire. He's just.
He's putting up numbers.
Who would have thought?
He said they wrote me off, but I ain't
Write him back.
write him back.
If you were to pick 3 teams, like 3 teams at the beginning of the year to finish last place,
At the beginning of the year, the Seahawks would have been up there.
I think it would have been like Seattle, Houston, and I don't know,
You know who I wouldn't have picked?
Bears.
I might have picked the Bears. Yeah. I would say I would not have picked Indy to be doing as bad as they're doing.
Oh, they're doing horrible.
I thought Indy would be way better than they are right
Yeah,
now.
I thought so too.
Everything they like kind of stood for last year,
Yeah.
they do not right now. They should have just kept Carson.
Every time I think about Indy, it's like, oh wow, Andrew Luck like really screwed these guys over.
Dude, but you know what? You get Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck back to back. Like what a lucky franchise.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They never had to go through a purgatory in like 20 years.
That's like Green Bay. They got Brett Favre and then Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, like those guys are so spoiled. If you're a Green Bay fan, screw you. Screw you, man. You don't know what it's like watching Joe Flacco on his receding years. That was tough. That was fucking tough. He's making a lot of money too. I still love him though. He's still elite. You saw what he was doing with the Jets.
He's throwing like 60
was-
passes a game.
He was balling. Balling. Yeah, the ageless wonder. Should we do our sit-ems?
Yeah. You want to take the first one? I know it hits home.
So I have this guy on my fantasy team. I have to start him no matter what because I don't have enough running backs. But Miles Sanders versus the Cowboys. We've talked a lot about the Cowboys' defense. Don't think there's a lot more to be said. Not going to be a lot going on for him, unfortunately. So I would give that guy a sit.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson's going to sit versus the Bucks. Bucks have a pretty good defense. Kenny Pickett looks like his favorite target is starting to become George Pickens.
Yeah. I like that though. A little rookie connection. If the Steelers kind of if Kenny ends up being like the franchise guy, that'll be cool if they like go through it.
Yeah,
together.
if they grow up together.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I mean, like Matt Canada is probably the worst OC in football.
Yeah. Honestly, I think both their OC and their DC are shit.
Really?
I really do. Yeah. They're like super predictable. They kind of just try and big dick you on defense. And they can't.
Yeah. I think like if you look at Deontay Johnson's like what's it called, like hot routes?
Yeah.
Not hot routes, like flame chart. I can't remember what they call
like
it.
his heat map.
His heat map.
Yeah.
It's just like 10-yard outs.
Oh, is that all he's been?
Yeah, no, he's gonna get owned. Marcus
He's a good receiver,
Mariota.
too.
He is a good
but
receiver.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for him. The Steelers always draft good receivers.
Always.
But yeah, sorry, go on, Marcus.
Marcus Mariota sit versus 49ers. Talked about it already.
Oh yeah, sit him down.
All right. And that's pretty much all we got for this week.
Yeah.
What else?
Um,
Do you want to get into our new segment?
yeah, we got a segment I just found out about right before the podcast.
Okay. So these are all players who have like I don't even know, like letters
They-
as their names.
They're
Hyphenated. I don't
um,
even know if you would say that correctly.
God. Acronyms, abbreviations. Is that what it is?
Abbreviated? I feel like abbreviated is right.
I think they get it.
So let's just start off simple.
And I have to guess what it stands for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
See, I thought Juju was a name, a first name, not
Right.
not an abbreviation for something.
Right. What do you think his name could be?
Is it something I would never guess?
I'd say so.
Dude, don't turn it away from me.
Well, you don't get to see it.
Okay. Does it start off sounding like Jew or Juh?
It's none.
It's neither.
It's actually. You just take a guess. You're gonna be.
Jumpus.
You think Juju stands for Jajump?
Well, I don't know. You said it's neither.
John Sherman.
That is so not true. That's what's on his birth certificate. And someone just started, and he just goes by Juju.
Yeah.
John Sherman Smith Schuster. That's crazy.
Whoa! Did you know Julio's name was Quintoris?
I didn't know. People are just doing anything now, eh?
Is that real? Quintoris Lopez. That's
That
weird.
is not even. So his name's not even Julio
All right,
Jones.
let's go for CD Lamb.
Okay. Cedric. Oh, you don't know either.
No.
Oh. Okay, I'm going Cedric.
Well, what's the D stand for? Or you think that's both?
I think it's both. Dude, if Juju's
Cedarian DeLeon.
What? Cedarian DeLeon. That's like the coldest to ever do it.
How about T.Y. Hilton?
Tynamius.
Tynamius?
Tynamius.
Eugene
Oh
Marquise
my
Hilton.
god, there's not a T-O-Y. These guys are just picking letters out of a hat and deciding to go by them.
Okay, this is a good one. I know this one. DK Metcalf.
You know this one?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
don't know it, but I know it's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm gonna pick something that doesn't have a D or a K at the start of either.
Okay.
Because that seems to be a thing. John Brown. Oh, but this guy has the DK at the start of his.
Galen Zacharias. This is such a fun
Some of these
game.
names should be illegal to name your kids.
Okay, we'll do. What do you say? 2 more?
Yeah, 2 more. Could you imagine writing that on like a test at school? I already forgot his name. Something Zacharias.
J.K. Dobbins.
Okay, that's my boy. I kind of want to get him here. Is it John Kennedy?
That's a good guess, I'd say. Oh, forgot to put that.
Oh, it says down there.
Does it say?
Jacalen?
Jacalen Dobbins.
Interesting name.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Why
I-
you would call him J.K.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm cool with that one.
What did you say?
I said John Kennedy. Mm-hmm.
All right, last one here. DJ Moore.
Okay. I actually really want to get this one.
Okay.
And if this is the last one, I want to get it. Daenerys Jacius.
Like a Game of Thrones character.
Deniston Oliver.
Like, honestly, that was close, though. In a weird way, that was close, right?
All right, then that puts an end to our new segment. I guess we'll do Q&A and wrap her up.
Q&A, baby. Okay, let's see what we got this week. Method to the madness. Feel free to shoot your Q&As every week on the Instagram. We usually post it every Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday sometimes. Usually Mondays. Okay. Oh damn, we got
quite a few.
quite a few.
That's nice. That's nice. Picking up some steam. I'd like to see some randos in there.
Yeah. I want to see some different names.
Some diversity.
It is usually the same fans from what I can tell, as well as West Coast Real Estate Dad, which I always appreciate. We're gonna start with his because he's one of my favorite viewers.
He actually DM'd me or DM'd us and was like, "Did you guys review my fantasy team? I
Yeah.
missed it."
I saw that. I saw that. Did you reply to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I guess there's a picture of an air duster in there, and he said, "Who's huffing the air duster?" I guess Hollywood. That was
Yeah.
Hollywood's. We're at his studio today. Thank you, Hollywood, for hosting us. Shout
Thanks.
out.
Thanks for laying off the air dusters today.
Yeah, we don't. You wouldn't like Hollywood off the air duster.
Who said I was laying off?
Oh shit.
God. Okay. Are we gonna do Luca's?
Yeah, I like Lucas. You can fire it off.
Okay. Luca Bulge 3, the guy who usually has some colorful questions, asks, if both of you nutted, I assume he means ejaculate. If both of you nutted in the same chick, whose sperm would come out victorious and be the dad? He also spelled cum, C-U-M.
Well,
Any ideas here, Mev?
I think I got some swimmers.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say one thing. If there's anything like father like son, I've once been called an impressive swimmer. By someone very important to me. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a tight race. We're both, like on the pitch, we're both pretty speedy guys.
Yep.
So I could only imagine our swimmers go pretty fast as well. It'd be a goddamn bloodbath in there.
I'll tell you, there's a reason only one of them come out, and I would come down to my strongest versus your strongest.
What if they both win twins?
Can that happen?
I feel
No,
like
it
it
can't.
can't.
It can't, because a twin is one sperm that, like,
Separates.
or something like that.
But wouldn't it be cool?
I would love that. I would love that, man. If you ever find a surrogate woman who we can keep running trial and error on until this works,
Just kidding.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
All right.
Um,
I'll keep my eyes open.
if anyone watching, if there's any women who watch this, you can enter a raffle to be our surrogate. A Turin asks, buy low on Darrell Henderson in fantasy. Yeah, I actually think yeah, because that backfield is one of those that who knows. So it's like a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
it could happen.
Yeah, Cam Akers is, I was like, I have him on my fantasy team, so I was doing some research.
Yep.
And after last game's 1.6 performance, thank you, Marcus.
Shout out to Wolfman.
I was like looking at articles on Cam Akers.
Yeah.
And this one guy, it's like an LA Rams writer, was just shredding him. He's like, this guy is actually blind. Like, I'm not talking about like partially blind. Like, he's like full out needs a walker. And then there was a picture of like a draw play,
Yeah.
and there was this massive hole with nowhere.
And
even
he
close,
just
and
didn't hit it.
and he was running right into the line. And then I actually got pretty.
In
worried.
his defense,
Yeah.
I think their line's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
they're probably not giving him much on.
I don't think like
consistently.
either of these running backs are good, but I mean,
I'm not saying he's not going to win you a league.
Yeah.
Right? But he's worth taking a gamble on, because if he does, then he could.
if he
Um,
does, then he could.
Yeah, if he does, then he could. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this A-turn question because that's stupid. Next A-turn asks, are Seattle receivers legit? Talking about fantasy. Okay,
100%.
I'm strongly opinionated on this, but you
Okay.
you go off first. Why 100%?
Yeah. I mean, it's week 6. Like, you've seen enough of it to tell that Geno can play. He's throwing the ball. They're letting Geno cook, and the receivers are their receivers are showing results. So I think yes, they are serviceable. They are good, and I think that they can continue it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I like the receivers in the sense that I think Seattle's gonna be playing from behind a lot.
Yeah.
And they show that they're not afraid to throw the ball, Geno.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm as high on Lockett as everybody is right now. I don't think he's gonna keep this up.
I think Lockett's like an off and on kind of guy.
Well, lately he's had like a pretty like high floor.
Yeah.
So my thing's like it's early. I was actually talking about this today. If I was a Lockett owner, I'd be
You'd
trying to sell high. Like I'd be trying to like get somebody to like save my team. Not save my team, but
Somebody more
like an
consistent.
RB1, or even if you can get like a receiver who hasn't put as much up. Like if you can get like a Debo,
Yeah.
who's like bound to like pop off,
Yeah.
and he's been putting up like average. Like that's somebody I'd go for if I had Lockett.
That's
but-
actually not a bad call.
I think you got to sell.
But
learned
I
my
do think
lesson.
that they can produce. Like, I don't think like even if you end up getting Lockett in that trade, you'd be on the shit end of it.
I don't think so either. I just think he's outperforming.
Yeah,
he's,
he'd probably.
Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? His
yeah,
value,
yeah, I
which
do
is
know
why
what you
you'd
mean.
want to sell high. But that's my opinion. I don't think what he's putting up is super sustainable, like consistently.
Yeah.
Stefan Obergfell asks, I actually like this question. Will the Giants make playoffs? Because I know you look at it, but the Giants have been doing well. Truly.
So the problem is that like,
That division.
yeah, because Cowboys are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles are obviously going to be there, and then the Giants have to beat out one of those teams.
It just sucks because the NFC in like as a whole is kind of weak this year.
Horrible.
And if they weren't in that specific division,
And that division has
It'd be
been
way
so
easier.
trash for the last 3 years.
and then all of a sudden everybody except the Commanders want to pop off.
Yeah.
That's really not fair to Danny Dimes and company. And now what? They're gonna go get Oh, they're gonna go play the Ravens. Not easy. Not easy.
No. No, they're not going to make playoffs.
I don't think so either, and it makes me sad. I'd love to see Danny Dimes in
I
playoff.
would love to too.
I think he would have his best performance of his lifetime because he's a rise to the occasion kind of guy. I can sense it in him.
He's a baller.
He's a baller. Yeah, he has it. He has that it factor. So B Woodman asks, do you think every NFL team should have a gadget player, aka a Debo type, like just like an athlete like that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can find, I mean, there's not a lot of Debo types though.
No, there's not at all.
If you can find one, yeah.
I mean, I just think they're cool to have.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rondale Moore, kind of cool.
Like Taysom Hill counts as a gadget
Taysom
type,
Hill,
I think.
yeah.
The Swiss Army knife guys. If you can get one, yeah. But I mean, I think the issue is that they're not a dime a dozen.
Remember like DeAnthony Thomas?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I was thinking about college Anthony Thomas too, or college Tavon Austin.
Yeah.
Those were the two that were in my head.
Yeah.
I'd love if they could like do what they did in college in the NFL. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I think that's our answer for that. Next question. Joe Garcia asks, Cowboys over Philly? Should I bet $1,000 to win outright?
What's the money?
Honestly, there's worse bets to put $1,000 on in terms of money lines. I bet that Cowboys pays out nice.
Pays 3.2 to 1.
I might hit that. I think that'd be. I don't know how likely it is, but of all the 3 to 1 odds, yeah. If you go through every game that is 3 to 1 odds, I bet that's your best bet of winning, 100%.
They gotta lose, right?
Dude, the Eagles have to lose. I'm so high on the Eagles losing. Like, they have to lose.
And yeah, division game.
They're due to lose.
You know what? I think I'm hitting that money line.
He just convinced you to do it?
He just convinced Joe Garcia. You just convinced me to hit the money line. Can we get like an air horn effect or something whenever that happens?
No.
Like,
No.
Are we all putting $1,000 on it?
Should we,
like
just,
combined?
as a podcast,
like
put
250
money on it? Maybe we should release a...
Why are you laughing?
Maybe we should...
I'll put my account on it.
We all... Listen, we're putting $500 each on it.
I'm gonna hit it right now before the line changes.
Go to a bar, get fucked up.
We'll put out on Instagram the Joe Garcia pick of the day.
Okay.
Cowboys money line.
So I don't want to keep using reference to the Ravens game because I'm a Ravens fan, obviously.
Well, you're going to use one?
I'm
Can you
gonna
tell
use
that dog to shut up?
You're ruining our studio. Okay.
Not a fan of the pod.
Let me just get this point off right quick. Talking about value. They're saying right now, based on these odds, Cowboys are 3.2 in decimal odds to
Yeah.
beat. So the Giants are 3.0 to beat the Ravens. So
Yeah.
they're saying it's more likely the Giants beat the Ravens than the Cowboys beat the Eagles, and I think that's some bull jive.
I don't. I think that makes sense.
I disagree.
Well, I know you disagree, but I don't think you're
I think the Cowboys are quite a bit better than the Giants in the grand scheme of things, and I think that's a divisional game. And I don't know. I think the Cowboys have a much better chance of winning that than the Giants do,
All right, well,
in my opinion. But that's what I'm saying, Joe. I think you hit that. Go do it. That's a good. I think that's a good bet. That's a good bet for the value.
Is Cooper Rush still?
Cooper
yeah,
Rush is going to
I
start.
think it's his last one.
It should be.
Why?
Because then it's bye week.
'Cause-
Then Dak's going to come back.
And they don't. And he said McCarthy said Jerry wants Dak back, but McCarthy said I don't want Dak back unless he has a full week of practice, which he's not going to have.
I think, what if Dak just does the thing that Russell Wilson did last week?
What? Where he's trash?
Yeah.
Well, that's a conversation for 2 weeks from now. Last question. B. Woodman asks, will there ever be time travel? If there was, we've been accused of time travel before on this show.
With how fire our picks are.
A lot of people think that. They think, how in the world could you have guessed that parlay, which once again hit. Good job, Mav.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. If there was, I think that would kind of.
It's getting out of hand, man.
The parlay or the dog. Yeah. Well, at least we're at the end now. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right. Love you all. Peace out. As always, I'm Mav.
I'm Coog.
And this is Method to the Madness.